Hey everyone, it's Epoch here, and welcome to my response video to this week's comic book cover challenge set by Alan at Comic Collector Geek. This week's film is hashtag Skull Comic Covers, so we're going to take a look at some of my 10 favourite Skull covers that are in my collection. Let's have a look. First up is Chamber of Chills number 8. This one's in at number 10 because the skull is actually quite small itself. It's a full-size skeleton chasing after this scared prison guard, but I've always thought this was quite a fun cover, so that's Chamber of Chills number 8. Coming in at number 9 is the Weatherman Volume 2, number 3. Again, this is quite low on the list because the skulls themselves are quite small, but there are several featured here on the cover. It's just skeletons strewn about after some sort of event. So this one's at number 9. So that's the Weatherman Volume 2, number 3. Coming in at number 8 is the Ice Cream Man number 9. This one's quite a fun one as it's an extreme close-up of a skull with this guy sort of hanging on here for dear life. So I just thought this was a fun and interesting one as it's an extreme close-up of the skull with the kind of blackness in the eyes. So that's Ice Cream Man number 9. My number 7 pick is Harley Quinn, Volume 3, number 49. This is a fun one here where she's sort of having a conversation with a skull that she's holding there, sort of like Hamlet does in the Shakespeare play. So that's Harley Quinn, Volume 3, number 49. In at number 6 is Angel After the Fall, number 15. This is the Virgin variant of the main cover. I'd been collecting all the painted covers at the time, but for the life of me, I couldn't find the regular trade dress of number 15. So I had to settle for the Virgin variant that was available at the time. But this is quite an interesting one, as we've got a skull here on a spike, and another two heads here on spikes as well, which will eventually become skulls, I'd imagine. But I just thought this was a cool one with the skull there. So that's Angel After the Fall, number 15. For the number 5 spot, we're dipping back into Harley Quinn Volume 3, this time with number 18. She's a great Amanda Corner cover with Harley here, surrounded by all these skulls falling on top of her, the big pile of skulls around her. So I thought this was a good one to show skulls, as there's so many on this cover. So that's Harley Quinn Volume 3, number 18. In at number 4 is another Angel book. This time it's from the miniseries Angel Only Human. This is number 1. I thought this was a cool one as it has the skull there taking up most of the page, but it still has the eyeball in it, which is sort of kind of spooky in itself. So I think that's a lot of fun. Angel Only Human number 1, and issues 4 and 5 of this mini series as well have some fun skull covers as well. So check them out if you can. But yeah, I've picked Angel Only Human number 1. The number 3 spot I've given to Action Comics number 631, which is a really cool Phantom Stranger cover. I think it's actually one of my favourite Phantom Stranger covers, as he holds a skull outstretched in his hands and it has the glowing eyes and the glowing mouth, so you know something sinister's going on. So I think this is a really fun one. That's Action Comics number 631. The number 2 spot goes to one of the covers that first came to mind when Alan set this challenge. That's Fantastic Four number 257. This is absolutely one of my favourite Fantastic Four covers. I've always loved this one by John Byrne, which has half of Galactus' face there and the other half being a sinister skull. And you have the Fantastic Four kind of floating heads around there. But I just love this cover, the Galactus skull cover. Fantastic Four number 257. And finally, at number 1 is the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina number 8. This was the other cover that came to mind when Alan set the challenge. I just love this cover as well. It has Sabrina kind of looking back innocently, but half her face being a sinister skull. It's just such a great cover, and this is such a fun series. So Chilling Adventures of Sabrina number 8 is my number 1 pick for the skull cover challenge. So those were some of my favourite skull covers from my personal comic book collection. If you'd like to take part as well, then feel free to make a video showing some of your favourite skull covers, and just use the hashtag Skull Comic Covers and Friday Comic Challenge so everyone in the community can have a look at the different skull covers that are out there. And if you'd like to check out some of my previous entries into Alan's comic book cover challenges, then please check out the playlist linked here at the side. And that's that, and until next week, I'll see you then.